is far from finished. In a way, it's a new beginning. Because we have crossed the Rubicon in this nation. And across the country, efforts to roll back fundamental rights and silence Black voices persist. However, we will not be deterred. We know that the progress of Black America is inseparable from the progress of America herself. And we are here to ensure that progress continues. The ideas exchanged, the strategies developed, and the partnerships forged here during the annual legislative conference will reverberate far beyond this week. Together, we are shaping an agenda not just for the Congressional Black Caucus, but for the future of our nation. It is in this spirit of urgency and optimism that I am honored to introduce two extraordinary leaders. Actually, one extraordinary leader. And she is a woman who has put her all into leadership, has galvanized community across the board in liaison and in partnership with civil rights organizations, with community. She is the leader of our foundation, who continues to pour into our young people opportunity to not only participate in the internships and fellowships of our foundation, but to establish an alumni association that makes sure that those who have been able to have this very unique experience continue to be in community, not only with the communities in which they serve, but in community with all of us. And so it is my honor and my privilege to now bring to the podium the President and CEO of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation, none other than Mrs. Nicole Austin Hillary.
And I want to thank Representative Clark for her remarks and for her kind introduction. I feel like I owe you money for that introduction, Representative Clark. But listen, I want you all to know, as Representative Clark said, we knew that this year had to be different. We knew that this year our power, our collective unity had to be on display. And that's why we are here in Ward 8 in Southeast Washington, D.C., here at Sycamore and Oak. That is why we are here. I want to give a special thank you to someone who doesn't need recognition, but Mrs. Cora Masters-Berry. Who, when we said we wanted to be in the community, said absolutely, and I am going to partner with you, and I'm going to make sure this all happens. So a special thank you to our former First and Forever Lady of Washington, D.C. I also want to give a special thank you, and you will hear from him a little bit later, but the President and CEO of the National Urban League, Mark Morial, who you will hear from later today. Mark called me a few weeks ago, and you all know, when the leader of one of the major organizations calls, you don't let them go to voicemail. You don't ever let Mark Morial go to voicemail. And we had and actually it was before that, Mark and I ran into each other this summer at the airport, and he said, Nicole, what are we doing this year? This ALC is so important. He said, you've been telling everybody this ALC is critical. He said, what are we gonna do? And we talked about this, and we said, we need to be with the community. We cannot, this is not business as usual. We have to show the country and the world that the Congressional Black Caucus, who are our nation's premier Black leaders. These are the nation's premier Black leaders. We need to show them that this leadership is standing with them and for them, and that this conference, which is the preeminent public policy conference where we focus on issues of concern for the Black community, that we are standing up and for and giving voice to our communities, and will be doing so undeterred. And so that's why we are here at Sycamore and Oak this morning. I want to also let you know that the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation, we are on at the precipice of our 50th year anniversary. Next year will be 50 years of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. Those members, Ms. Shirley Chisholm, the first African-American woman to serve in Congress, they had a vision. Their vision was that we needed a foundation to do three key things. To create leadership opportunities for future black leaders, because they were very clear, they knew that young black folk were not getting the same opportunities to come to Washington as other young people. And they said, we've got to level that playing field. We need a foundation. They said, we don't have an entity that is doing research on policy issues that strengthen the black community and that give the members the materials and the information they need to legislate. We need a think tank. So they created the foundation. And finally, they said, we need a foundation that is going to provide public education all across the country, not just in Washington, but in our communities everywhere. And they said, we need the foundation. And that is how we were started. And that is the work that we continue to do. We ensure through our Leadership Institute that future black leaders have the opportunities to have internships, fellowships, scholarships. And in fact, we, for the first time, are sending 2 fellows to the United Kingdom who will be Oxford Fellows. So that is how the legacy of their work continues. It is so powerful that we have you all here with us today. And just let's be clear, this week is about celebration. It is about celebration, and it is about strategy, and it is about sending all of our attendees off into the world with marching orders. I keep telling everybody looks pretty, they smell good, we know how we do, and we're gonna have our cultural moments, but let's be very clear. We are leaving this conference with marching orders so that we can make this country true to its promise for our community. And we want folks to feel hopeful and empowered, and that's what these 4 days are about. And that's what your presence here is about for all of us. So I invite you to be with us over the next 4 days. I invite you to engage, to ask questions, to meet your neighbors, to meet folks from a different part of the country, and to be focused on this theme. When we came up with this theme, we knew this was the only theme that could be possible for this year, because we know as a people and as a community, we are resilient. We know as a people and as a community, our history is about overcoming, not just overcoming, but coming out on the other side even stronger. So that's what this moment is about. So I encourage you to continue working with us even beyond ALC, but this week, show up, stand proud, and do good work. So I want to now take this opportunity to introduce someone who really needs no introduction, but that I want you all to hear from, and that is our leader of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. She is none other than a voting rights leader, a leader of a community, a sister, a daughter of the South, an amazing leader who makes certain that at the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation, we keep our eyes on the prize. So please join me in welcoming to the podium the representative from the great state of Alabama, 7th Congressional District, our Congressional Black Caucus Foundation Board Chair, Representative Terry Sewell.
Sustainable, and prepared for the challenge ahead. We too are made for this moment. Our board brings together leaders from across industry and sectors, each bringing expertise, networks, and perspectives that help strengthen the reach of the CBCF and its impact. Our charge is not only to govern, but to position the foundation for growth, resilience, and reliance, and relevance in times like this. ALC represents the fulfillment of that charge. It is not simply a gathering, as others have said, but a testament to the power of collaboration and commitment. Over the next few days, the conversations we have will highlight the policies and priorities that we must guide and follow in order to prove this nation. These discussions are not just about putting policy ideas on paper, they are about charting a future that expands opportunity, deepens equity, and secures justice for generations to come. The Congressional Black Caucus has long been the conscience of the Congress. We are led ably by Chair Yvette Clarke, and we know that our legacy is deep. And we owe that legacy to the people of America, the African American people of America. And we know that our communities are what made us. Our communities give us our strength. Our communities undergird us. It is in the community that we wanted to be today for this press conference, because you cannot be made for this moment if you don't know your community. And we are grateful that Mayor Bowser is here with us. We are grateful to be right here at Sycamore Oak. We are grateful. We stand with our mayor. We stand with this community, and we want everyone to know that we do. As we open ALC 54, let us step into the days ahead with clarity, with courage and conviction, and know that we as a board and as a community are indeed made for this moment. And now it is my great honor to introduce two leaders who are leading the effort for ALC 54. We have amazing co-chairs, and they are, in their own right, amazing people. I have to say, both are warriors of justice. Both champion equity and trusted voices for our communities. And I want to now introduce the very first African-American woman senator of the great state of Maryland, none other than our own Senator Angela Alsobrook, co-chair of ALC.
Well, good morning, everyone. Can we please say thank you so much to Chair Sewell. She's worked so very, very hard. We're so proud to have her at the helm. And what a wonderful day it is. You know, we did not thank the Howard University Bisons who got us started this morning. I want to thank them for kicking us off this morning and reminding us that joy is an act of resilience. So I want to thank them for that. It is such an honor to be here at Sycamore and Oaks, and to know that we have now been joined by one of the baddest women to have ever walked the streets of Washington, D.C., our Mayor, Muriel Bowser. We're so honored to have her here. I know she's going to speak in just a moment, but I want history to be clear. It will record her as one of the most brilliant and courageous leaders our country has known. And I have been honored to work alongside her now for many, many years. I know we also have the visionary for this particular space, Monica Ray, who is here. Sycamore and Oaks want to just acknowledge her as well. So, you know, what a beautiful morning it is to be here, and I have the privilege of representing the beautiful state of Maryland. And I am also so thrilled to serve as the honorary co-chair for this year's annual legislative conference. And I have to tell you, it is such an honor because I am a part of this conference's legacy. I served as a Congressional Black Caucus intern 33 years ago in 1992. And what an honor it is to come back today for my very first conference as a senator. Standing here with all of you, I am also reminded why this gathering matters so deeply and that we are truly made for this moment. But I want to be clear that we don't need anyone really to remind us that we are made for this moment, because we are the truest patriots this country has ever known. A country that we work tirelessly on behalf of, even though we often love the country more than the country loves us. So we are not here today because we have anything to prove. I think we have already proven it again and again and again. And I love the words this morning that we are here to celebrate, because we have much to celebrate. This week is packed, therefore, with opportunities for us to learn, engage, and take action. Today kicks off CBC member-led sessions and discussions that are designed to set the tone for the week and to empower us to champion the causes that open doors, expand opportunity, and give us the tools not just to persevere. We're not here to live on the margins, but we know we want our kids and our kids' kids to live beyond their wildest dreams. Tomorrow, do not miss the National Town Hall that will be hosted by Joy Reid, where we will confront the very real assaults on progress facing our communities under the current administration. Panelists will break down how executive actions, partisan redistricting, and federal overreach are rolling back decades of progress and widening inequities, particularly for Black communities. More importantly, this town hall is a call to action, equipping us with strategies to push back, defend our rights, and advance racial equity. Thursday evening, we celebrate the extraordinary and super bad women leading in our communities at the Sojourner Truth Women of Truth Awards, featuring the Grammy-nominated artist, y'all, we're in for a treat, Leela James. And this reception will honor women who embody Sojourner Truth's fearless spirit of justice, equality, and vision. It's a moment to uplift and recognize the leaders who are shaping a brighter future for all of us. And on Friday night, I want y'all to get ready for one of the signature events of the week, the Black Party with DJ D Nice. This party is more than a celebration. It's a part of the Emerging Leaders series, giving young professionals a space to connect, celebrate, and be inspired. It's proof that our legacy, creativity, and joy are always at the center of progress. And don't stay out too late, I have to tell you, on Friday night, because Saturday is going to kick off with a day of healing prayer breakfast. And it will be led by the preeminent, and I dare say one of the greatest theologians, it will be told, of our day, Reverend Dr. Howard John Wesley of the historic Alpha Street Baptist Church in neighboring Alexandria, Virginia, will be on board to bring a word from the Lord. He will be joined by musical guests, and I have to just say so, and Dr. Barbara Skinner is here as well, and we are unashamed to say that Anthony Brown and Group Therapy, who are our church members, will be there to bring us music on Saturday. This moment of reflection and spiritual renewal reminds us that sustaining progress also requires care for our minds, hearts, and communities. And the truth is, we are at a pivotal moment. The challenges before us are real, but so is our capacity to meet them head on. From today's sessions to the town hall, awards, celebrations, and prayer, every part of this week embodies our theme, made for this moment, power, policy, and progress. We are equipped, we are ready, and we are committed to creating lasting change for our communities, our country, and our future.